Hey guys, welcome back to PristineZReads. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Silent Songbird by Melanie Dickerson, book number 7 in the Hagenheim series. I love this book a lot. I think it's my new favorite. I'm still comparing it to The Fairest Beauty. But yeah, those are tying for my favorite in the series right now. Anyway, so let's get to it. This is the no spoiler review. If you would like the full, in-depth, super detailed review, please check out my super spoiler video. Okay, so for the summary of the plotline now. So, The Silent Songbird is a retelling of the Little Mermaid fairy tale, and it is told mainly from the viewpoint of Evangeline. Evangeline is the illegitimate daughter of King Richard's uncle, Lionel of Antwerp, and is dependent on the king's kindness for her safety and well-being. The king has Evangeline well taken care of at Berkhamsted Castle in Hertfordshire, England. However, Evangeline is being forced to marry this old disgusting man named the Earl of Chivalry by the king, as he thinks that they would make a good match, and the Lord of Chivalry has asked the king for Evangeline's hand in marriage. Evangeline, however, would rather die than marry Lord Chivalry, so late one night she sees a group of peasants in the courtyard of Berkhamsted Castle, and she overhears that they are from a village named Glenval, which is a fair amount of distance away from Berkhamsted Castle, and decides that she will leave with them to their village. So Evangeline packs a bag of essentials and prepares to leave, but right when she's leaving, her lifelong companion and friend Muriel catches her. Muriel is Evangeline's caretaker and constant companion, and they're both illegitimate daughters of important men, and are both dependent on the king's kindness for their well-being. However, Muriel does not turn Evangeline in. She decides that she will come with her just to make sure that Evangeline is kept safe. So they assume false names when they join this group of peasants. Evangeline pretends she is mute because she has an amazing voice, and her singing is far known, and she assumes the name Eva. Muriel assumes the name Mildred and pretends that, since Eva is mute, she pretends that she is Eva's caretaker and companion. So they join this group of peasants, and the peasants head to their village of Glenval. Among the group of peasants is a young man named Wesley Lee Weiss. Minor spoiler, he will be the father of Colin Lee Weiss in The Princess Spy. Anyways, spoiler over. So Wesley instantly takes compassion and is drawn to Eva as soon as he meets her. However, Eva does not know that Wesley has heard her singing before, and Wesley thinks that Eva looks very similar to the woman he saw singing at Berkhamsted Castle, but decides that it must not be Eva since she is mute. Anyway, so they arrive at Glenval, and Wesley decides to put Eva and Mildred to work in the fields, harvesting the wheat. However, Eva and Mildred have never done any kind of servant work in their lives before, so they have pretty much no idea what is going on, and Wesley has to hire people to teach them, but eventually Eva's hands get so blistered and damaged from working the fields that Wesley changes her to working in Glenval Castle as a house servant. Wesley learns that Evangeline has a hungering desire to read the Bible, but he is suspicious as he learns that she already knows how to read, and they communicate through reading and writing, as Wesley still thinks Evangeline cannot speak. And as they read the Bible together, they have many interesting discussions via wax tablets, until one day Wesley hears Evangeline singing to Muriel one day when she thought nobody was around. Wesley is infuriated and enraged that Evangeline lied to him and that she can speak. Evangeline eventually spills her true identity to Wesley, and Wesley is not exactly sure what to do as he consults his parents, because he knows that Lord Chivalry and the king are looking for her, as he was in the village and saw the Earl of Chivalry's men riding through the village. They even questioned Wesley and asked him if he had seen Evangeline, but Wesley smoothly evaded them and warned Eva that they are looking for her. Meanwhile, Evangeline tries to fit in the castle life as much as possible, making friends with some other servants, but there is one servant in particular, Sabina, who has it in for Evangeline, as she knows that Wesley likes Evangeline, but Sabina wants to marry Wesley as she is only the miller's daughter and wants to marry up in the ranks, so to speak. So Sabina plays mean pranks on Evangeline and never misses the chance to say cutting and rude things to her. Evangeline takes it all in stride though, as she learns self-defense and archery from a man named Rue Folsham. Just as Evangeline thinks she is settling into Glenvall life quite well, Muriel announces that she will be leaving to go back to Berkhamsted Castle as she is sick of servant life and will be leaving with the next group of peasants. One day, a man arrives from Berkhamsted Castle saying that Lord Chivalry has captured Muriel and is torturing her. Muriel has told Chivalry where Evangeline is, and even now the soldiers are riding to the village to capture Evangeline and bring her back to Berkhamsted. Evangeline fears for her life as she knows she cannot marry Chivalry, but what other future is there for her in Glenvall? Will she be able to escape Lord Chivalry and finally be able to marry for love like she has always dreamed of? Or will Chivalry capture her and she be forced into a marriage which she does not want? You'll have to find out. Alright, so now I'm going to give you the morals of this book. First up is Christian beliefs / other worldviews. So I do think there is a slightly more Catholic influence in this book, with mentions of confessing to priests and being absolved and other Catholic things. It was all doctrinally sound. There's nothing wrong with it theologically. But yeah, I loved the way Evangeline and Wesley started becoming friends when they were reading the Bible together, and yeah, it reminded me a lot of Sir Garrick and Rapunzel in The Golden Braid. But yeah. Okay, so next is violence. There were a few battles in this book. There are actually only 2, I think. Wesley almost got drowned once and Evangeline saved him. Next up is romance. So I do think this was also one of the slightly higher romance levels books in the series. Again, nothing wrong with it. It's still clean and there's nothing inappropriate. Of course, there's the mention of Evangeline and Muriel being illegitimate daughters of these men. But yeah, that's it. Okay, next up is my rating recommended age level. So I'm gonna rate this one 5 stars. I think it was one of the more well-written books in the series. It had just the right amount of action, suspense, danger, romance, everything that a good book needs. I am gonna boot my age level back up to 13 to 14 plus, again because of the romance level. Nothing inappropriate. I would say parents, please use discretion based on your child's age, maturity, and understanding. But yeah, I highly recommend this book. It was awesome. I mean, even just the cover. I mean, all the covers of this series are gorgeous, but this one I love a lot too. Anyways, yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Bye! Evangeline was sitting on a cushion on the ground in the little reading alcove when Wesley came and held out a wooden bowl to her. What is it? Apples and cream.
Apples? I thought an entire apple orchard was enough, but oh well, cream makes everything better.
Wesley sat beside her with a second bowl. She held up the bowl to her face and breathed in the aroma of cooked apples, cinnamon, and cloves.
Don't waste your time breathing it. Just shove your face in the bowl and swallow it whole. Hey, that rhymes.
Shove your face in the bowl and swallow it whole.
Her mouth watered.
My mouth is watering too.
Wesley handed her a spoon. The smile on his face made her forget the apples.
How could you forget the apples? Are you a real person or what?
But when he started eating from his own bowl, she dipped her spoon in. Did you eat apples and cream at Berkhamsted Castle? He asked between bites.
I don't live in a castle, but I enjoy eating apples and cream any day.
Yes, but our cook was not very generous with her cloves and sugar. It didn't taste as good as this. When she glanced up at him, he was grinning.
I don't care how many cloves or sugar in there. I don't even know what cloves is. Huh? I just care about eating the apples. And the cream too.